Hi, welcome back to the NFL 2.0 offseason reviews. Ian and I today are going to do the NFC North, and we're going to start with the Detroit Lions.
Yeah, so the Detroit Lions started off the offseason with two big trades. Their first one, they gave up Tom Brady and linebacker Levante David in return for Justin Herbert, which I like this move. It's a move for a more younger quarterback to plan for the future. Herbert looked great last year. Some people have him in the MVP talk this year. That may be a little bit of a stretch, but Herbert's definitely one of the upcoming young stars in the league. So I like this move.
And then their second trade was they gave up Dak Prescott, their 2023 first, and 3.12 for Marvin Jones, Russell Wilson, and David Moore. This trade kind of confused me. It's always good having two quarterbacks in your roster, but having two elite quarterbacks in Justin Herbert and Russell Wilson is kind of confusing. Like, you could have traded Dak for like an elite position player, but now you have you're gonna have Russell Wilson sitting your bench, which in a 32 team league, you can't really afford that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at the team. It's not like his team is like stacked to the extent that he can have a quarterback like that sitting on the bench.
Mhm.
Like he could easily take Wilson, go out and make this team into like a much better shape.
Yeah, like you're starting Lynn Bowden. Like I would much rather trade like Wilson for like a Jerry Judy or something like that. And
Yeah,
now you're not starting Lynn Bowden. But as far as like value, it was a fair trade. He didn't like lose value in return.
exactly. I think that was a good trade for him. Dak obviously went down with injury last year, so I guess Wilson's a little more on the safe end, injury wise. And Marvin Jones has caught 8 touchdowns the last 2 years in a row, now in Jacksonville, but we don't know what's going to happen with Trevor Lawrence, so maybe this will even make him a little better.
Yeah. So they had no draft picks this year. And last season they were the best team in the NFC. They got the number one seed, partly because of their amazing defense, but then they lost in the second round of the playoffs. So, and then this year they're playing, of course, the Packers, Bears, and Vikings, and then they're also playing the AFC North and the Browns, the Ravens, and the Bengals, as well as the Falcons, 49ers, and Giants. So that's probably one of the toughest
Oof.
schedules out there.
Yeah, that meant except for the part that their division is considered one I'd probably a little lower end, considering that they have the Packers who are rebuilding and the Bears who aren't anything crazy.
Mhm.
But just their outside division opponents are just completely stacked.
Yeah. So what do you think record position they'll get?
Um, all right, I'm looking. It's just their out of position, out of division games are just unrivaled compared to other people. So
I think they'll sweep their division play, or they may like
I
split with
I
the
give
Vikings.
them, yeah, I have them splitting with the Vikings. I give them 7 wins. So we played 13 games, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so 7-6 is what my prediction would be.
Yeah, I'd say it's around that. There's a lot of games that could go both ways. So it could either they could run the table or they could get a really bad record and perhaps even miss out on the playoffs. Kind of like the Eagles last year. Like they had a great team, but their schedule in their division was just so hard. So they just missed out.
Agreed.